All right, so I've tested a bunch of AI tools for data analysis this year. The conclusion I've come to is that ChatGPT isn't enough anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, ChatGPT is still powerful, but it's also general purpose. It wasn't built for the day-to-day challenges analysts face when they're working with data. Think about what that work actually looks like. You're pulling in reports from different systems, dealing with inconsistent formats, trying to spot errors, and then turning it all into something clear and usable. That's where most general AI tools fall short. But over this past year, we've seen a wave of new AI tools built specifically for data analysts. Tools that don't just summarize the text, but can actually explore data sets, they could generate visuals, and they can give you insights that fit the business workflows that you're in. So in this video, I'm breaking down 5 AI tools every data analyst should know in 2025. I'll show you what each one is best at, where it struggles, and how you can start using them to work faster and smarter with your data. The first one I want to talk about is Claude AI from Anthropic. Claude is easily one of the most important AI tools for data analysts in 2025. It's not just a chatbot. It can actually handle huge amounts of context. That means you can upload things like really large files, PDFs, Excel workbooks, CSVs, and then Claude can summarize them and analyze them, even walk you through the calculations. So imagine you're given like a massive Excel report from your company's sales team. Normally you'd spend an hour just cleaning it up and getting a feel for it. With Claude, you could drop it in and say, show me top product categories by profit margin and explain the calculation that you used. And it'll give you both the result and the reasoning. And that's what sets Claude apart. It's fast, it's reliable, and it's safe. And it's really good at explaining things clearly, I've found, not just spitting out the numbers. The other big plus it has is its long context window. So while most tools start choking on big files and things like that, Claude can keep track of way more data in a single conversation. Claude also has its Claude Code feature. Think of it like a built-in coding space where you can run Python or SQL right inside of Claude, almost like having a little IDE without opening anything else. And if you're doing more technical developer style work, they even have a command line version so you can use it straight from your terminal. This makes Claude more flexible, whether you're testing a quick idea or actually building something out. Now, of course, it's not perfect. Some advanced features are limited by geography or plant type. But if you only try one AI tool for data analysis in 2025, Claude is a strong contender if you have it available to you. Now, if Claude is the general purpose powerhouse, the next tool is built just for analysis. But first, do you want to hear something crazy? I keep meeting people who've been trying to get hired as data analysts for years, sending out hundreds of applications, but only getting low-paying jobs or getting ghosted completely. Meanwhile, workers with AI skills such as prompt engineering demand a 56% wage premium. And that's exactly why I want to share about Outskill AI Mastermind, the sponsor of today's video. Outskill is a top AI training platform that teaches practical AI skills that you can use at work. This way you can outskill 99% of professionals in your field and get hired to dream positions. And right now they're offering a 2-day AI Mastermind event. There you'll get personalized coaching on how to use advanced tools in real-world projects. What I love about their approach is they don't just teach you about AI tools, they show you how to use them to build projects that actually get you noticed by hiring managers. Check the link below for the 2-day mastermind details if you want to stop competing for lower paying jobs and start landing higher paying roles that actually use these AI tools. All right, now let's jump into the second tool for today. And that tool is Julius AI. I've talked about Julius AI before, and Julius AI is different because it's designed specifically for data analysis. And here's how it works. You upload a data set and Julius immediately starts generating insights, charts, and summaries for you. Think of it like an analyst sidekick that gives you a quick first pass on your data. But it does much more than that. So let's say you upload some sales data. Julius might come back with a bar chart, revenue by region, highlight which category had the biggest growth, and then summarize key takeaways in plain English. That's super powerful for exploratory analysis, like when you just need to get a feel for the data before building anything formal. What I really like about Julius is that it feels designed for analysts. It's not just a chatbot that happens to know some math. It's built for working with data sets. It also visualizes them and gives you a quick jumpstart on the analysis process. Now, it does have its limits. Julius isn't going to replace Power BI or Tableau. If you need an actual polished interactive dashboard, you'll still need your main BI tool. But in terms of saving time and cutting down the grunt work of early analysis, Julius is worth knowing. And speaking of bridging tools, the next tool is like Excel, Python, and AI all rolled into one. And that tool is Quadratic. And this one's really interesting because it blends the world of spreadsheets with coding and AI. Picture this, you've got a spreadsheet spreadsheet grid that feels familiar, but inside it, you can run Python code, SQL queries, and AI prompts, all in the same place. So if you're an Excel power user who's been wanting to step into coding, Quadratic is the bridge. For example, you could write SQL to filter your dataset right into the grid, then switch to Python to run a quick statistical test, and then ask the AI to generate a formula for you, all without leaving the Quadratic environment. I think this tool is especially exciting for analysts because it feels futuristic, but it's still accessible. It gives you more power than Excel, but it doesn't require you to fully move into a coding IDE or Jupyter notebook. Now, it's still newer, so don't expect it to have all the polish of a tool like Excel just yet, but if you want to be ahead of the curve, learning Quadratic now could give you a serious edge. As we know, data analysis isn't just about crunching numbers. It's also about communicating them, and that's where this next tool comes in, Bricks. Bricks is an AI tool designed for visualization, and the way it works is really simple. Instead of dragging and dropping fields into charts, you just describe what you want, and Bricks builds the visualization. So you might say something like, show me a line chart of monthly sales for the West region, and Bricks will generate it instantly. Or you could say, compare profit across categories as a bar chart, and it'll handle it. The benefit here is speed. For analysts, Bricks is perfect for quickly mocking up data stories or testing how a chart looks before you spend the time building a polished dashboard in Power BI or Tableau. Now, it's not meant to replace a full BI platform. You're not going to run all of your company's reporting out of Bricks, but as a prototyping and ideation tool, it's pretty solid. And for 2025, I think it's one of the most creative ways to speed up the visualization process. And if Bricks is all about prototyping, then this last tool is all about perfecting, making the visuals you already use in Excel and Power BI look incredible. And that tool is Zebra BI. Zebra BI is one of the most practical tools on this list because it plugs directly into Excel and Power BI, two tools that every data analyst, or almost every data analyst, already uses. Zebra BI's superpower is creating visuals that follow best practices automatically. Instead of spending hours and hours formatting charts, choosing the right design, or aligning everything, Zebra BI gives you templates and visuals that are both professional and standardized. So let's say you're building a dashboard in Power BI for your leadership team. Instead of fiddling with formatting, you can drag in a Zebra BI visual and it just looks good. Consistent colors, smart labels, and layouts that executives can actually understand. What I love about this tool is how it saves time. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you make a chart. Because it works inside Excel and Power BI, it fits right into the workflow analysts are already in. The one limitation is that it's an add-in, not a standalone platform. You'll need to know your way around Power BI and Excel to use it. But honestly, that's what makes it powerful. It's not trying to replace your tools, it's making them better. Now let's talk about how to pick the right tool without wasting money or time. So first, whenever I try a new AI analytics tool, I give it the same test. I upload a messy data set with missing values, duplicate rows, and a few data formatting issues. Why? The reason is because that's what real-world data actually looks like. If the tool crashes or it gets confused or it spits out nonsense, I know it's not ready for serious use. If it can at least handle cleaning steps and give me a few accurate insights, then I know it's worth exploring further. This saves me a ton of time versus buying into the marketing hype. And let's also talk about the big concern that I get asked pretty often, which is, can you upload company data into these tools? And the answer is, it depends. Some of these tools have strong enterprise setups with governance, encryption, and secure data handling, but others are more experimental. My advice is never upload sensitive company data unless you know exactly how the tool handles privacy and security. If you just want to test the tool, then start with public data sets or some mock data. And once you know the tool works, then talk to your IT or data governance team about using it for company projects. And finally, some closing thoughts. Don't feel pressure to learn every single AI tool that launches. The reality is, most of them will probably come and go. Instead, focus on 2 or 3 that genuinely fit into your workflow. Maybe one for analysis, one for visualization, and one for reporting. That way, you actually get better at using them and you'll be miles ahead of people who spread themselves too thin. By the way, I made another video recently on how to use AI for a data analysis workflow. So if you want a live AI data analysis tutorial, click right here to check out the video. If you're serious about staying ahead with AI, definitely check out that Outskill AI bootcamp that I mentioned. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.